Hi, my name is Julie Enstall, and today I'm going to show you how to make soup in less than 5 minutes. Now, I don't know about you, but I am always in a hurry and I'm always running out the door, and I really just don't feel like spending a lot of time cooking when I get home. And I'm hearing from a lot of you that that is the case for you as well. So I'm going to show you how to make this wonderful Greek soup. I've been experimenting with this for a while to find the best recipe, the best way of making it, the easiest way to make it in the shortest amount of time. So here's what we're gonna do. And I mean, this soup is so good and it's so easy. This soup is called Avgolemono Soup. And I got the idea from a friend of mine who is Greek. And I've looked up the different recipes and found what I liked and what I didn't like about each of them. So I'm gonna give you my version of it. So the first thing we're gonna do is get chicken breast. Now I've got chicken breast here. It is just 2 nice sized chicken breasts. Now I would recommend using organic chicken breast. I have also done this with chicken thighs. If that's your preference, go for it. But it's just 2 large chicken breast. Okay? So those are in. Almost there. Now this is like the best secret ever. It's called mirepoix. And normally you have to chop carrots, onions, and celery for a soup. Now you don't have to do that anymore. All you have to do is go to the grocery store and buy it already chopped. Love this. It's just like cheating. This is just the best ever. So just pour it right in the crock pot. All right. Next, you need 6 cups of chicken broth. Now this is, if you're using boxed, this is about 1.5 boxes. Just pour it in. Now I'm going to season it with salt, about a teaspoon, maybe a little bit over, and pepper. Just put some fresh ground pepper in here. I think I need to fill my pepper shaker. I've got some more. Hold on a second. So ground pepper. Now you can also taste this when you're done. Now I've made this before on the stovetop, but I'll tell you, I like making it in the crock pot better because this broth after cooking all day is amazing. And the only other thing I'm going to add in here is thyme, and I'm just putting in about a teaspoon, maybe a little bit over of thyme. That's it. Put the lid on it, turn it on low. You got 2 minutes before you run out the door in the morning. All you need are those simple ingredients and you're good to go. And I'll show you how to finish this off later on tonight when it's done cooking. Welcome back. My soup has been cooking all day long in the crock pot. Now, you know it only took me like 2 minutes to get this stuff ready to go in the morning. So now the chicken is cooked and I'm going to take it out. Look, it's just falling off the bone here. Okay, so the chicken is out. And what we're going to do with this is just shred it up. See how easily this shreds. And then this is going to go back into the soup in just a minute. But right now I'm just going to shred it up and we'll put it back in. Oh, this is going to be so good. Can't wait. Okay, I'm going to set this aside for now. All right, now here's the lemon-o part. So what I'm going to do is crack 3 eggs. And it's going to be 3 whole eggs. Sorry. Just throw them down the garbage disposal. I probably should have a little reservoir here for them. Actually, I could do that. I'll put the lemons in there. Okay, and then I'm going to slice 3 lemons. Now I'm using really small lemons, so I'm using 3. If I had larger lemons, I'd probably use 2. But I'm going to go with 3 small ones. Now I've tried this recipe making it on the stovetop, but I love it in the crock pot because the broth just absorbs all that chicken flavor, so it's just so much more flavorful when you do it in the crock pot. So this is just how easy this is. Now, you know, it took me maybe 2 minutes to get this ready in the morning. This is only going to take less than 5, and the soup is going to be ready to go. All right. Now, you might think that it would be super lemony. It really isn't. I mean, it's got a nice lemony flavor, but not overpowering. But if you don't like lemons that much, I don't know why you make the soup, but if you don't like lemons that much, you don't have to use all 3. Okay, so I think I might have a few seeds in here. Let me get those out. My lemon squeezer does a pretty good job, but occasionally those little guys sneak through. Okay. All right, now the last thing I'm going to add to this before I temper these eggs is some potato starch. Now you could use cornstarch. I'm not a huge fan of cornstarch, but you could use that. It's going to thicken the soup slightly. So I'm just using 2 tablespoons of potato starch. All right, now we are good to go. So here's what happens. You're gonna blend it up. So we're just blending the lemons, the potato starch, and the eggs. Okay, now if you were to put these eggs straight in, it would be you'd have scrambled eggs. Okay, so don't put the eggs straight in. All right, but what we're gonna do now is temper this. So I'm gonna scoop out just about 1.5 cups of this hot broth and temper the eggs. Now again, this just doesn't take that long to do. Okay. All right, so now while I'm beating the egg mixture, I'm going to slowly stream in the hot broth. It's okay if some of the chunks of vegetables get in there. It's all going back into the soup anyway. Now it does get a little bit frothy. That's okay. All right, it's done. Now, there's a lot of different recipes out there, and you could add anything you want to this. A lot of people add orzo or rice. I don't particularly like that in my soup, so I'm going to go ahead and just add this back in just like that. But I am going to show you what I am going to add in. And then the chicken goes back in. Now this will thicken up a little bit. Now it doesn't really have to cook anymore, but I do want my next ingredient to heat through. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to put in. All right, so this is looking so good, so good. Okay, so the last ingredient that I'm going to put in here is sliced mushrooms. Now I really didn't see this on any other recipe. I just thought it sounded good with the chicken and the lemon and the thyme. So I put in the mushrooms. Now I'm going to let it just heat up, just so those mushrooms heat through. So I'm just going to let it sit again for about 10 minutes, and then it's ready to go. And it will be nice and thick and creamy. Okay, it is time to eat. So I put the mushrooms in and it's just been heating up for about 10 minutes. I still have my crock pot on low. I have not turned it up to high or anything like that. But let me show you what this is like. Now see, look how creamy it is now. You can kind of see, it's not a super thick soup, but it is creamy, even though there's no cream in it. And this soup is really high in protein and really low in carbs, and it is so yummy. So look at that. How about that? Yeah? So I think I'm gonna taste it. So this is my version of Avgolemono Soup. Oh, it's perfect. It's just perfect. It's creamy, it's lemony, it is delicious. So I hope you try it. And if you want the recipe, go ahead and just leave a comment below and I'll go ahead and send you the recipe. I hope you enjoy it. My name is Julie Enstall. Enjoy my version of Avgolemono Soup with mushrooms. Now you could also put spinach or kale or any other kind of vegetable in it that you like, or no vegetables at all, because it does have the carrots and the celery and onions. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.